Greetings to everybody. I'm very happy to meet you all again for this daily reflection. This passage is taken from Gospel of Matthew, chapter 10, verses 16 to 22. Gospel of Matthew, verses 16 to 22, and chapter 10. This passage holds significant lessons for both in the context of disciple missions and in our lives today. There are 5 points that we are going to discuss on this. And the first one, wisdom and innocence. Wisdom and innocence. Jesus encourages his disciples to embody both wisdom and innocence. This balance is essential in navigating a world that may be hostile to their message. It reminds us that as Christians, we are called to be discerning and shrewd in our interactions, while also maintaining a pure and blameless character. We should strive to act wisely, making choices that align with God's principles, all the while maintaining a genuine and compassionate heart. The second point is persecution and opposition. Persecution and opposition. Jesus warns his disciples for the challenges they will face, including persecution and betrayal. He reminds them that they will be hated for his sake. This passage reminds us that following Christ does not guarantee an easy path. As believers, we may encounter opposition and face adversity due to our faith. The third point, trusting and divine provision. Trusting and in divine provision. Jesus assures the disciples that when they are brought before authorities, they need not to be anxious about what to say. He promises that the Spirit of the Father will speak to them in those moments. This reminder encourages us to trust in God's provision and guidance. It reminds us that our dependence should be on God rather than our own abilities. The fourth point, endurance and salvation. Endurance and salvation. Jesus emphasizes the importance of endurance, stating that those who endure to the end will be saved. Those who endure to the end will be saved. Those who endure to the end will be saved. This challenges us to preserve in our faith even when faced with trials and tribulations. The journey of disciples is not a sprint but a marathon. It's not a sprint but a marathon, requiring steadfastness and resilience. Steadfastness and resilience. We are called to remain faithful to Christ and his teachings, even when it is difficult or unpopular. Ultimately, our salvation is based on momentary circumstances, but on the enduring commitment we have to follow Jesus until the end. It is not the momentary one. It is not the momentary circumstances. Rather, our own commitment that we have towards Jesus. Yes, listeners, follow these points so that our eternal life, everlasting life will be easy. Thank you for paying attention to us.